Hello crafters and welcome to Papercrafts Peninsula online craft show, brought to you by From Picture to Page and Beyond Papercraft shows, our scrapbooking, mixed media and paper crafting community. Now, I'm Michelle Brown, Creative Director over From Picture to Page, and I'm so excited to be joining you here with another fantastic craft demonstration and video. And we love chatting with our retailers as well. So P2P Crafts Online is all about getting to know our retailers and our guests better. We're having chats with them, we're doing videos, we're doing demonstrations. And for all the details and to catch all the replays, head over to our website, FromPictureToPageAndBeyond.com.au, where you can see all the links to our retailers and guests, understand their specials, and of course check the replays again so that you can go back and catch all those details you might have missed the first time. And while you're there, make sure you're on our email list so we can send you out all the details and of course send you out those very important dates for 2021. Now, whether you're watching us here live on Facebook or you're watching a replay in Facebook or YouTube, we would like to know that you're there. So pop in the comments, say hello, ask any questions as we go along, and we'll do our very best to answer them. Or, of course, we will come back and keep an eye on the comments as well. And we would love you to share our crafting enthusiasm. So give us a like, share us with your crafty friends. And if you do make any of these projects, let us know and we would love to share them. So today, P2P Crafts is with Kaszazz and Jenni. Hello, Jenni.
I'm good, thanks, Michelle. How are you?
We're great. It's so lovely to have you here again. What Christmas crafts have you been doing lately?
Oh, we've been, Julie Storty from Bendigo and I have had a Facebook group where we've been doing lives every day. So we've been doing cards, Christmas albums, Christmas trees, so much. It's just unbelievable. It's been a lot of fun. Nearly finished though, so 30 days, it was 30 days of live, so we'll finish on Monday.
So 30 days must have sounded like a good idea at the start and maybe not so great in the middle.
Yeah, we're sort of like struggling, especially because I have gone back to work in my other job, so it's become a little bit of a struggle, but it's something to look forward to every day.
Yeah, and again, it's just getting into that rhythm, isn't it? And you find when you're doing them regularly, then you're sort of thinking ahead of what you're going to do and what you need to get organised.
Exactly. Plus, I mean, I think the people that are in the group are fantastic. They've been making things and love all our ideas. And it's good to be able to show people that what you can do with Kaszazz products. So, yeah, so it's fantastic.
And it is always just fascinating how you can get people taking the same craft products and come up with such a different end result.
Exactly. Or just such the same idea and just tweaking it to whatever products they have at home. So yeah, it's fun. It's been fun.
Excellent. Now, for anyone that might be new joining us today, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and about Kaszazz?
Okay. Well, I've been with Kaszazz for 10 years, or nearly 10 years, I think. So I think 10 years coming up next year, and. Yeah, so it's been a bit of a journey. Sort of started off with just being, okay, I'm just going to be a hobbyist and then I started doing craft shows and started teaching and having a team under me. And yeah, and I've gone from, I was a scrapbooker and I've gone from scrapbooking. I do dabble a bit in card making, but it's not my favourite thing. But then to mixed media, which is one of my loves, and things like that. So yeah, just sort of you evolve over the time. So yeah, it's great.
And have you seen Kaszazz sort of evolve over that time as well?
Oh, definitely. Yes, I think they've dabbling more into the products that we can use for mixed media, and they've evolved from being purely a card making, scrapbooking, stamps and things to having other products that you can use with scrapbooking, like the distress inks and the delusion sprays and all the things I'm going to use today. So yeah, so it's good. Yeah, I think it's good that that a company can grow as the industry grows. So yeah, it's which it has. It's amazing how much the industry has grown from the stick something on a page now to being quite creative and not just being about, it's still about memories, but not just being about that, but letting people have their creativity. So yeah.
Excellent. And what will you be creating for us today?
Well, we've got these new journals, the chipboard journals, and I've done a couple with just like traditional paper and that. But today I thought I would do a cover in something that I actually did last year at Picture to Page in the one we did,
Yep.
not this
Sandown?
one.
Yep.
Sandown,
Or
yes. I think
Peninsula?
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the Hillbilly Crafts. They did this face
Mm-hmm.
with lots of chipboard.
Yep.
So I'm incorporating that into my thing. So it's great because you can learn things from other people and incorporate it into your own stuff. So yeah,
Oh, excellent. Fantastic. Well, we'll let you get yourself sorted and we'll jump into it.
thank you.
Excellent. So, like Jenny said, it's great how we can take our papercraft skills and apply them in so many different ways. And it is good to be able to learn from others and to really look at what we've got, have products that are complementary to what we're using, and then look at how we can bring that together to create new projects and create things in different ways. So it is always fun when we've got a little bit of time to take all these videos that we've been watching and then actually put some of them into practice. And it mightn't need to look exactly the same as the project that we've seen, but if it just sparks that small idea and heads us off in that direction, then that can be great as well. So it looks like Jenny's almost ready, so we'll be back in a tick. And we're good to go. Okay, Jenny, take it away.
Hi everybody. Yes, Jenny from Kaszazz here. So today I thought we would go with these new journal covers, or actually they're just a journal page. They come in 3 sizes. They come in a mini album, which is this one, and they also come in A5, which is this size.
Now, Jenny, you've just knocked your camera a little bit. Could you just move that further in? That's it, and then just move up. That's perfect. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, you're right.
And then we have the A4 size, which is what I've got now.
That is fantastic.
So this is what we're going to do. So it's all, anyway, we'll get started because it's going to take a little bit of time. So I'll just pop that to the side. So we just start off with the chipboard one. I've actually joined my Christmas tree already, which I use for a template. I just use one of our other chipboard products, and I just used it, and then I just moved it down to draw. So it gives me a bit of a background. So it gives me a bit of a guide of where I'm going to have my Christmas tree. All right, so the first step I did was I put on some the multimedia mat. So not the multimedia mat, I'm going crazy here. I've lost my piece. I have everything in my hand and then it's all gone. All right, I'm just going to use gesso. I did use something else, but we'll use gesso this time for something different. I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Oh, the textured paste. Oh my God, always having. I'm going to stop and calm down a bit. Okay. Yeah. All right, so here we go. I get this. It's not open. There we go. All right, so we're just going to use the textured paste, and I can't believe I've lost everything. I had everything right in front of me and I've lost everything now. So, all right, so just grab our textured paste, and for this one I used the cell stencil from Kaszazz. Today I'm going to use the I'm actually not sure what this one is. Elegant.
Oh, it's a lovely pattern.
Yeah, so I'm just going to use the guide of where the pencil is, so that I don't actually put this where the pencil marks are. So I just want the textured background to be on the part where I'm not going to put the chipboard. So I'll just quickly popping that on and moving it down. So it doesn't matter if you have a little bit that goes on where your Christmas tree is, but I'm just trying to keep it off it as much as I can. I mean, I've got a little bit on there, but it really doesn't matter. But I want to be able to see where my chipboard is going to be later. So just quickly I'm trying to do this because we have a lot to get through. Oopsie, I've done it again here. But you can always take it off if you've gone over. There we go. And one more lot. I mean, you could do anything in your background to give it a bit of texture. Doing the stencils with the, just put that aside, with the opaque matte textured paste, it just gives it something different. I'll just clean around the edges. Now there's some holes here, but it doesn't matter, we can fix the holes up later. Just get rid of all the stuff around, and then I'm just going to get my heat tool and dry it off. It doesn't take long to dry. I mean, if you were doing this at home, you may not dry it. You might let it dry by itself. Okay, that will do for that now. Okay, so what I've done is I've cut up some of the chipboard, like the outsides of the chipboard. So I've just cut up, you know, so the leftovers. I've just cut some of it up so that I can use that because I want a bit of height in it. So I'm just.
What a great use of them.
Well, yeah, instead of having to just keep it, you know, throw it out. So I'm going to use the multimedia map to attach it. So I'm just going to pop some onto the Christmas tree where my shape is. I'm also going to do a little bit on here. And I'm not fussing too much about where they're going because it doesn't have to fill the whole space. It doesn't have to be perfect. So if you want little bits to, so you just, it's sticking to my fingers. So you just sort of want to get the outside edges done first and then go with filling your inside. So it just gives it a little bit of, just a little bit of height. Get going around. So it's not it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be something to give some height and some texture. So, and then you can fill in all the bits that you haven't got. So try to find bits that are with straight edges because we want that to have sort of a straight edge so that we know what where our Christmas tree is going. So I'll just keep going backwards and forwards to get different pieces of straight edge. As I said, it doesn't matter if your textured paste has gone over because you're just going to put something on top anyway. So, I mean, if you wanted to, you could put textured paste over the whole lot. But I just liked not to because it gave me where I need a template for where I needed to put the chipboard. So, there we go. Keep going. I'll put that one there in the middle for the stem. And then it's just a matter of filling in the centres, in the centre.
And so you're filling it in quite loosely, so it's okay to leave some gaps.
Yeah, just filling the gaps so that because I'm going to put up some, I'm going to put flourishes on them in a minute. So I'm going to use these flourishes. Okay. So that's what gives the Christmas tree that sort of like flourished look. So it looks more like a Christmas tree with leaves and things. So yeah, I'm just trying to fill in the bits So I just tearing off pieces and cutting pieces, and you don't have to fill the whole lot in. It's just you don't want huge gaps that are there. So, and then we need to just do something where our pot is going to be. I have cut out a pot, but I don't want it to be flat. I want it to be up as well. So just poke there. More. You still see what I'm doing?
Yes, yeah, we can see that.
I'll push it,
Yep,
put it up a
that's
bit
great.
higher.
Yep. The texture paste looks so effective against the chipboard.
It does, doesn't it? Once you colour it, it will be even sort of like, hopefully it'll end up being nice. Okay.
And so what have some of the other people turned their journals into? So you're using it sort of for photos or for art journaling?
Okay, so with the, well, you can do whatever you like with the art, with the things that comes with 6 pages, so you can use them as a 6-page one like I did with the first one that I showed you. With this one I used the whole, I just used all the chipboard.
Okay.
And so I'm going to add in paper in between, because this is like a Christmas journal.
Right.
And,
oh, lovely.
and then this one I'll just quickly show you. I just did a first page. So I'm just using 2 pages, and then I'm putting in, I'm going to do like a scrapbooking page in between. So that, yeah. So you can do whatever you like. I think using the whole chipboard, especially in these big ones, is very cumbersome. So just using the top page. I mean, you could even use this as a, what's the word? You could use it as, I'll just take out some of these flourishes while I'm talking. You could use it and frame it if you wanted to. You don't have to use it as a journal at all. Or you can use it as a front of a journal and just keep adding your pages until you're happy. It does come with the rings, but they're very small. I tend to change my rings to bigger because I like a bit of room to be able to turn the pages. But, everybody's, that's the beauty of it. You can do whatever you like.
Yeah, and like you said, it's a great way of bringing your scrapbooking and your journaling together.
Well, that's right. The other thing is using just as a front page and a back page is you get more value for your buck. So, yeah, so I'll just try and get all these out. I probably should have got them all out before, but quickly, try and do as much as I can. Okay. I'm going to start with these, what I've got now. So I am just going to start at the bottom. So here, I'm just going to put some not textured paste, the multimedia on these, and I'm going to stick them on top now. So I'm trying to just like design it so that it's like the leaves or
branch-like,
the branches. That's correct. Yeah. So and then again you fill in where you. So I'll just do the lower branches to start with, and then pop some on top so that it sticks properly. When you try and do something in 30 minutes, it probably takes you a little bit longer than normal, but that's okay. We can do as much as we can, and I'll start from the top here.
Yeah, I think it's giving us some great ideas to get that chipboard out and layer it to give us a real 3-dimensional shape.
Well, that's it. Yeah, I mean, and it's a different type of cover for your if you do art journaling or something, and instead of it just being something flat, and going with that. Just keep grabbing bits and pieces. I try not to tear it, but I mean, it doesn't matter if I tear the base, because sometimes I use these as like templates, like to do blending through.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, that's like a stencil. You could use that as a stencil sort of thing, So I try and think of like lots of different ideas for for doing things instead of just, using them just for what they're meant, what they're designed for. Try and use them with lots of different ideas. Just going to might cut that one.
Yeah, well, you never know what idea might appeal to someone else, so it's always good to try different things.
So, I mean, as I said, you have products and sometimes you just use those products and then you don't realise that you could use them for something else. And this one, I just chop. Go like that.
Now it's starting to take shape.
Yes, it's getting there. I'll just be rough. Try to get these out as. I think another one here. Chop that. And some of these little ones to go in between. Stay. I might need a little bit underneath there. A bit. Nothing to put it on. And yeah, you just try and fill in all your with your smaller pieces of flourish and fill it out. And this probably will be a little bit rougher than the first one because I'm trying to get as much done as I can so we can see what we're doing. Any more little ones? I think I've used all the little ones. We'll just cut some here. Where did that go? Oh, there we go. So a bit being generous with the, just got a little piece I think in here. And I'll leave it at that. So as I said, this one won't be as, probably as thought out as the other one. But that's okay. So yeah, so I'm just going to go with that. And I just need to put on the pot. So pot. That. Go with that. All right, so that's okay. So let's quickly give it a dry and pop my brush in the water. I mean, obviously at home you might not dry this, you might let it dry by itself, but if you want to get as much done, so I can show you everything. Oh, it's probably not dry enough, but it'll have to do. Okay, so we haven't got much time.
Yep, no, so we're doing fine.
Plenty of time? Or not that much, but yeah.
We're doing okay.
So we'll keep going. All right, so the next step is putting your gesso on. So you want to cover the whole thing with gesso. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you don't have to. You could leave it like that if you wanted to, but...
And so those that haven't really played with gesso before, could you tell us a little bit about it and why it's a bit different to paint?
Well, it's sort of like a base. Actually, I don't really know why it's different. I think, well, a lot of painters use it to prepare their canvases and that so that it can take different mediums and things. It just prepares the base of a canvas or chipboard or whatever, just to give it a coverage so that when you put your paint on it, it's more vibrant, I suppose, is the word.
Yeah, especially over chipboard, it sort of stops everything just from soaking into it.
That's right. Yes, that's what it is. It does it. What's the word? It seals it, doesn't it? It sort of seals it a bit. That one's coming off, but hopefully it'll stick. But they're all starting to come off. That's all right. I'll just stick it with the gesso. As fast as I can. So getting into all the little crevices that you can because we want it to, yeah. So look, there are products that probably will go brighter than the products I'm using, but I'm just going to use the products that I have, and I think that's, and the products that we sell, that Kaszazz sell.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of beautiful products out there that we don't sell, unfortunately, but that's, you know, it's just good to be able to know what you can use. So, nearly done.
That really changes the appearance of it.
It has, hasn't it? Sort of like you try and get into all the nooks and crannies that you can. I'm just doing that as very roughly, but go with that. Just putting my fingers off a bit. And then again, we need to dry it. So we'll quickly dry that as fast as we can. Gesso does tend to dry quite quickly, I think, especially if you're not doing a heavy layer. I mean, I have missed spots, but it really doesn't matter if you have missed spots. You see it starting to dry where it becomes less shiny. Using the heat gun sometimes bubbles it, but again, that's just another thing that can add texture to the whole effect. Still wet in places. Trying, getting it done as much as you can. I think it's still a little bit wet, but we'll just keep going because otherwise we'll be here all day. And I know you have other classes that need to come on. So, all right, so the next step is actually doing some colour. So I'm just going to pop that, well, it doesn't actually fit in there, but that's better than nothing. So the next thing I'm going to do is put some, so I'm going to use distress inks and also dilution sprays.
Ooh, okay.
So I'm doing the distress oxide inks just for the tree. So I'm doing a couple of that. So I'm just going to spray really close, if they spray, and just.
Oh, that's a pretty colour.
That's cracked pistachio, that one. And then I'm going to use, which one is this one? This is Lucky Clover. So I'm just going to do a couple of different ones.
Yeah, using different shades of the same colour can really help build depth in a piece.
Exactly, yeah. And this one is going to be, this is pine needles. So see how we go. Just trying to get as close as I can. So, I mean, it is going a little bit on the outer edge, but okay. So, I mean, you could add water to this. I'm just going to just wipe off a little bit from the outside where I've got too much.
Yeah, the greens really brought the chipboard.
Oh, it's just spreading it now. So yeah, it looks really nice. So I wanted a little bit of shimmer to it. So this is it is the shimmer spray. I've just put it in one of the other boxes because my my shimmer spray one. So the Delusion shimmer spray, it got blocked, so I just transferred it to. Oh, so this one's blocked now.
Yeah, it can be
So
the challenge with sprays, especially if it does have a bit of shimmer in it.
I know. I'm just going to see if I can just flick it. Oh no, it's not going to flick. Okay, let me see if I can find the bottle that I had it in. Or maybe we'll just go without that. We'll use the shimmer spray on the outside anyway, so we'll leave that for that. So you can see that this, actually this one's got shimmer spray, then I've used some kinder glitz, or what do you call it?
Yep.
Yeah, just
Stickles
yeah.
or kinder
Yeah,
glitz.
stickles, that's the one.
I think we've had a few stickles and kinder glitz demonstrations today.
That's good.
Must be that time of year.
Yeah. So, all right. So the next thing I'm going to do is the outside bit. So, so we're just going to go again. We're just going in with a little bit of sprays. So this is the shimmer. Oh, I've got it in my tree there. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to this to get it to run. So, because I wanted it to run a little bit down.
So you got water in the spray. Oh, and that makes the texture paste really pop out.
Yes, so I just wanted it to run a little bit, and see how we go. So I'm going to add some more. This is where you get nice and dirty. So I'll just add a little bit of blue. Sweet. I'm just going to flick some on, because these sprays sometimes they clog up. And then I'm just going to put some more water on, just using the water to get it to move. So you don't want to use too much water, because the gesso has sealed it so that it shouldn't soak into the chipboard, but you don't want to use too much. Let's try to get this blue. I want a bit more blue. Oh, enough. I might finish that bit later because it's blocked. This blue one's blocked. Oh, they're so frustrating.
Yeah, but that's really nice to have all the drips, and then you can dilute it a bit to change the colour.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going. I'll just see if I can get that to just go a little bit more. I mean, you could do any colours. I could probably grab some other colours, but I'm not going to. I'll just leave it as it is. And I'm just not going to spray. Oh, there it is. No. Oh, yeah, got it. Got the spray. We're going to go the other way now.
Oh, well done.
Yay. So we're just going to go there. Anyway. Well, they're not supposed to be perfect anyway, are they? They're not supposed to look exactly the same.
No,
so
you want it to look organic and with movement.
Yeah, exactly. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to actually paint this one, and I just had I'm just going to use some of the oxide cracked, and I'm going to paint it. So I'm going to open it, and I'm just going to stick my paintbrush in there. And I'm
The
just
good old-fashioned way.
Paint the pot. Just paint my pot. It's a little bit browny from the green, but that's okay. It's not meant to be perfect. So that's my little pot. And then the next thing I'm going to do is put on my stars. If I can find them. I'll find them. If there was one. I'll put my lids on first because I don't.
Yes, please don't spill the sprays.
I know. Well, you know how many times I've done that.
No.
Okay. I don't know where I had some. Well, it doesn't matter. I've got some stars. Anyway, as you can see on this one, I have done some. I put star on the top, star on the pot. See, the pots are different.
Yeah. So that was a chipboard star, was it?
Sorry, what was
a
that?
Chipboard star.
Yeah. So the chipboard stars, they come in the same size as this. This is actually one that's been cut up. So there's like different sizes to the. So they come in lots of different sizes. So I've just used one of the large, or two of the large ones. You could add some to your tree. The other thing you could do to your tree is put the stickers on, like I have on that one. I'm going to take this out from under here. And the other thing you can do is you can make baubles.
Ah, yes.
So that one's blocked. Oh dear, isn't it funny when everything gets blocked? And let's see if these ones work. The blue one, so these are perfect liquid pearls.
Ooh,
So
yeah, I'm sure we've all got them. Some of them hiding somewhere.
oh, they won't stay blocked. Okay. Can't find my pin. Yes, I can. There it is. There's the pin. So you can just make some baubles in different colours, doing them over. Probably can't see the blue very well.
Oh, we can just see where you've popped them.
And the purple you'll be able to see a bit better, I think.
Now, of course, the challenge with those is to leave them until they fully dry. If you keep sticking your finger in them, it's not going to...
Exactly. These ones you need to let dry like overnight or something.
Oh, I'm a shocker for that. Is it dry yet? Is it dry yet? Is it dry yet?
Oh, I know. I tend to just walk away.
Yep.
So it's okay when you're at home, but when you go somewhere and you're doing it at class or something, it's a bit harder. So yeah, you know, and you can just keep going with all different colours, so you can see the baubles there.
Yeah,
So
and it makes it so three-dimensional.
yeah, so yeah, it's three-dimensional, and it's, you know, I mean, if you wanted to as well, you could use some string sort of glitter string that you could put across and make like tinsel. There's so much you could do to decorate it, or you could just leave it plain. So yeah, so when this is dry, I will probably finish it off with some stickles, but I want to let it, I mean, I could dry it, but you know.
Yeah, exactly. Just let it dry out before you try and put much more on
Yeah,
top.
so I mean, so that's pretty much it. So giving you a different thing. I mean, you could probably do this in a an art journal if you wanted to, but I think it's probably better on a chipboard or on the front cover of an art journal. So yeah, that's it.
Excellent, fantastic. Well, we'll let you get your camera back around.
Yeah. So yeah. Sorry, what was that?
We'll get you to turn your camera around.
Oh, turn my camera around. Yes, no problem. All right.
Excellent. Well, hasn't that given us some good ideas? Because again, chipboard is one of those things that we do tend to collect over time. So even if it wasn't a Christmas tree, you could imagine you could sort of pile it up and put it into other shapes and then create a really lovely 3D piece. And whether it is on the front of a journal or in a 3D frame, it's just a really lovely way to use those pieces and use some of those other things we've got as well to look at shading it and colouring it and then adding on those stickers or those Kinderglitz to give it those finishing touches as well. So that's really lovely. Excellent. And it looks like Jenny is ready to go.
I'm ready, yes.
So, Jenny, thank you so much for joining us today. Where can people find out more about you?
Well, I've got a Facebook page called Jenny's Kaszazz. I think it's called Kaszazz with Jenny, I think it is. Or Kaszazz with Jenny Sakalitas, I think it is actually. Yeah, so they can find me there. I have a couple of groups that I do. As this Christmas Maker group, the Kaszazz Christmas Maker group that we've got. I have a sketch challenge group. So there's lots of things. So we do a monthly sketch challenge. So if you just look for, it's just called Sketch Challenge, I think. So yeah, I'll put the links up in the
I'll pop them on your Facebook page, and I've linked that with this video so people will be able to find you there.
Yeah, no worries. We have a web store, so yeah, all of those things, all those places you can find me. I also do classes at home, well, just starting back, and I think we'll probably wait till next year to where I go in Chadstone to teach in Chadstone. So yeah. That's it.
Excellent. Well, Jenny, thank you so much for sharing that project with us today. I think it's really sparked all our imaginations of what we could do with chipboard and some sprays and gesso.
I hope so. All right, thank you.
Excellent. Thanks, Jenny. Fantastic. So I hope that has sparked your imagination, like I said, and perhaps getting off that page a little bit, getting some things layered up, getting some paints on, and just having a play. You could just tell how much fun Jenni was having by making that and using those different colours and, things that we tend to accumulate that we don't use. So like Jenni said, you can find her on Facebook, learn more about her Christmas group and her sketching group and her classes in the north of Melbourne and at Chadstone when she's back up and running. And we look forward to catching up with her, of course, at one of our shows. So again, any comments or questions, pop them in the comments below and we will make sure that we chase them up. Make sure you give us a like, a share, thumbs up, follow our page, and of course all the information is over on our website. So I hope you've enjoyed this session. This is Michelle signing off. We hope you have a crafty day.